Got any predictions for
Upsets?
Yeah.
Last week I did okay, and that was like a great week for me.
It looked bad compared to Gut going 6-0.
Chargers are favored by 1. Me and you were talking about that. I'll take the Bengals as underdogs, I guess. Chiefs, Bills. I don't know who's favored, but I'll just pick the
I
underdog.
think Bills are favored.
Bills are favored? Then I'm definitely taking the Chiefs. Patriots sneaky over the Rams. I hate putting that in the
I feel like you're reaching hard for that.
But I have Drake May in my fantasy team, and I had to start him this week, so that's why I'm leaning that way.
All right, I'm sitting on the couch with JMO, like right after that last clip, and he turned the TV on, and we saw Deadpool versus Wolverine, and I was like, oh, great movie. And then we went into the top 10 movies I did last week, and JMO just told me he hasn't seen, like, what haven't you not seen?
So out of the 10, was Gladiator was in there?
Gladiator's number 3.
Haven't seen that. That's number 3?
3.
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen Remember the Titans, even though I work at like a football company. It's like one of the best probably sports movies ever, supposedly. And what was the other one I just? Goodfellas. And I feel like there's another one. I feel like
Have you seen
didn't see
Glorious
like
Bastards?
no.
Oh my
I haven't
God.
seen like 4 of your top 10. There might be another, but 4 felt right.
Have you seen Saving Private Ryan?
No, 5.
Jesus
Holy
Christ.
shit! That one I actually don't know if I want. Like I'm just not a big war guy.
Great movie. Storyline.
Dude, I haven't
perfect.
seen 50% of your and even like.
Kill Bill 1 or 2. Have you seen either Kill
No.
Bills? It's 6.
Holy shit!
You've seen Bullet Train?
Yeah, that one I
Okay.
really like. I like the other guys.
Step Brothers?
Step Brothers,
Okay.
of course. What was number 1? Dark
Dark
Knight. I
Knight.
think. Okay, so that was the 4. That was it.
You got any big news this week?
Big news.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna save it for the confession, but we did get actually like big fucking news this week. Sexy P has officially been accepted to come back to the United States of America.
Guess who's back? Back again. Shady's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 Guess who's back?
All right, today is Sunday, November 17th. This week for me was just a big week to try and get ahead because the following week, the week you're watching this, I'm going to go to Florida. I'll be at a UF game to go see some friends, and I'm so excited to go to Florida just for a few days. It's getting too cold in New York. Haven't gone to a Gator game in a couple years. Haven't seen those friends in a couple years, so it's just nice mini vacation for JMO that weekend.
Week 11 of the NFL season. This shit is rapidly coming to an end. You know, it's still like we still have like 3 months. The fact that we've been doing it for August, I guess not really August, September, October, a little bit of November. So I guess it's like halfway through. If you're talking about like week 1 through the Super Bowl, we're about halfway done. Feels like we just started, but also feels like at the same time, I'm sick of it, you know? Sick of my team fucking losing. Sick of being so stressed out on Sundays. Putting all this fucking energy in through the week just to be disappointed on Sunday. It is what it is, you know?
How you down? It's another week, another 1-point loss in fantasy. Losing hope in football and fantasy and society, culture, religion, politics, family, friends, everything's sacred. Nothing has a meaning anymore. It makes me sick. We're absolutely scrapping not to be in last place now. It's my 3rd loss of, I believe, sub 3 points, 2 points, something in that range. You know, could easily be 6-5, a game out of playoffs, but instead we're fucking 3-8 and we're woaded.
Me and JMO's matchup is like close right now, so I really don't have an advantage to say on Idiot League Mates, but we've been rolling with that. I did the Donda punishment this morning of doing start sits for you guys. I said to start Anthony Richardson to damn near everybody. What can I say? Yeah, so we're rolling with that. Having fun doing the betting channel. A lot of NBA's going on. Having a lot of fun with that. And then at the same time, gaming channel's going. Warzone now implemented BO6. You gotta play with us. It was actually, I raged a lot, but I had actually a ton of fun playing it. It's a good time, and I think you'll be fucking cracked per usual. I actually wasn't horrible. Back with the sniper, and I'm feeling fucking sticky. So I'm feeling good. But yeah, so we're rolling with that. Gaming channel's going. Betting channel's going per usual. Other shit going on in the office, not much.
Outside of that, we got some good news. We got some great news, actually. Some fucking fantastic news. Just via a random text one day in the group chat.
A piece of paper, a screenshot of a file of some sort, had a bunch of numbers, but I don't know what any of the numbers meant, any of the words meant, but there was one big word somewhere that says something like approval, approved, something, where we now have news that Sexy P is through the hardest part of the many parts he has to go through in order to get back to the United States.
He announced in the group chat in the most like sexy way possible that he's coming back. Literally just a screenshot of him being legalized. That sounded really weird, but yeah, no, legalized. So that's now Sexy's gonna be back. I'm super excited. He's back within the next like 4 or 5 months. That's lit.
Thought it was like a trade that went through in like one of his dynasty leagues or something. Then I open the picture and I see marriage license, marriage visa went through. So our boy, Sexual Pats, he has been released from the Canadian jail up north, be returning to America soon. Finally got his visa. Really happy for him.
How we doing, everybody? Been a long time since I came on one of these vlogs. The reason is because my wife and I got some big news on Friday that the first step, I-130, I believe it's called, in our visa application process was approved. That is massive. It's a 3-step process, but the first step is by far the longest and the one that is the most unknown amount of time to take place. It can range anywhere from 8 months to 8 years to complete. And it took ours about, I want to say 14, 15. So super hyped about that. It's still going to be a little bit of time before I can get back to the US, but this is a step in the right direction. The second step is my visa gets sent to the National Visa Center and they look at it, send in some more forms or something. That takes about like 3 weeks to complete. And then the final step is an interview that I have to do in Montreal with my wife. And we basically just interview and make sure that we are a real couple. So as long as they don't think that we are frauds and that we're a real couple, kind of like JMO and Gut, then I should be accepted through that. And that part takes about 3 months usually. So we're looking at, I'm guessing maybe April return.
I think his like target date is sometime in April.
Even if that is like a bullish take and it ends up being May, June, July, if we just get Sexy P back for next NFL season, that's like a fucking win. Because at the start of this process, we thought there's a chance we're not going to see him again till 2026, 2027, 2028. And that's not like exaggeration. Like those are the legit dates the fucking government was throwing out at him. Like Sexy P was told like, you can reach out to us about like a renewing your process if it's not approved by 2028. So it's like, we knew that was like the potential of how long it'd be till we could see Sexy P again. And I've only seen him, I feel like I say this every time I talk about Sexy P, I've only met him like 4 total times.
It's been a long time in the making, you know? We've been trying to get Sexy back for maybe like, I mean, basically since JMO and Gut got here, so over a year. As soon as JMO and Gut got here, that's basically when Sexy left. Like their first day was literally Sexy's last day here. So yeah, it's been a while. Sexy can honestly take my place in the office. I'm the next one to get deported.
But it'll be pretty cool when he's in the office every single day, hopefully in 6-7 months. If it is April, that'd be great if he could get it by then. Springtime Sexy would be awesome. Not only just have like an extra guy in the office, but also have an extra guy on the couch. Someone that loves trivia just as much as I do, constantly making games, playing games. It's like going to be great energy and great content for us. Plus, you guys love him. We love him.
But no, that's going to be awesome to have him back here. Just have another face, have another person in the rotation for trivia. I'm actually like more excited for JMO than I am like almost having Sexy back. Because now JMO can like have someone to like bounce ideas with that isn't like on call 24/7. And I feel like he'll have a ton of fun with that. And the ideas, the games will get more creative and we'll be able to do a ton with it. So I'm really excited to see how that turns out. But
It's nowhere near the same working at BDGE when you are in another country versus going to the office every day, hanging out with the guys, filming trivia, going on these trips like to Texas and shit. You kind of miss out on a lot of that. So if I can be there before we get into like summer of next year and it really starts to kick up, that would be amazing. Don't mind like missing out on like February, March, kind of like that's like the most dead time of the year for football at least. So we might get in some good timing on this for sure. Other than that, we're kind of just trucking along as usual.
I know he's wanted nothing fucking more than to be here as we are working and building together as a team in this very, you know, crucial time of our business. It is very much a startup in here, and for him, he's been someone that you know, he hasn't been here since the very beginning, but he's been part of the BDG community since the very beginning. Started off as an audience member and a fan. Pretty much been with BDGE since we were like a real company, which I would consider to be when we moved into our first office, you know, almost 3 years ago at this point. He joined us very shortly after. I think we moved in maybe March 1 of, 2022 or whenever it was. And then he ended up moving to New York like 2 months after. It was like the NFL draft weekend. I remember he moved in, started working for us. Motherfucker lived in the office the same way J-Mo did. He did it before J-Mo did on a blow-up mattress. He wanted it bad, and then obviously unfortunate circumstances locked him up in Canada, and we've been waiting for the visa to come through, and again, we just got the text, and he's free to go. So in a couple months, he'll be back here. He'll move in with his wife somewhere in either New York or Jersey or something like that, but he'll be in the office full-time preceding that, which is super exciting, man. It's always fun to get new energy in here, and Sexy's a very welcoming type of energy for this office. He's always got a smile on. His energy is fantastic. He's always looking to help and work and contribute ideas, and just he's an exemplary employee is really the way I would put it. Like, there's nothing I could ask him to do that he wouldn't at least try to do. I'm not going to say he's out here able to execute on everything, but he's trying his best for sure. And I can't wait to get him back in the office for a lot of different parts of our business, because, again, he helps out in a lot of different ways outside of just he'll edit the TikToks, but he'll be way more involved in trivia. And I know J-Mo is probably psyched to have Sexy back in the office, to have him on the couch and just to have him in trivia and to help out with a bunch of other videos. So that's definitely the most welcoming news, the most exciting news.
I just kind of edit a lot of our trivia content. I do make the Jeopardies, which is really fun to do. I really enjoy just watching it for the first time while I'm editing it. It's like, it feels like it's the same as like actually just watching the content. So I really like that. And if you guys have any either categories, just questions, themes for Jeopardy, send them my way. I love getting stuff from you guys, mix things up a little bit. It can be tough to try and be creative with new categories every week, new themes every week, getting stuff that you guys want, and watching all these guys suffer through categories that they hate sounds absolutely perfect to me. Other than that, not much going on. It's really just football. For me, at least, when I'm in the season, I'm just so deep into football that it's like I just wait for Thursday, Sunday, Monday just to watch more football. Anyway, I'll stop rambling from there. I got nothing else valuable to add to this video. Hopefully, I'll be back in the office. I'm hoping April, sometime in April, any day in April.
Again, we're also adding other parts to the team. Me and JL have been deep into interviews for the software engineering positions. I've kind of been slightly updating you week by week. This week, we have JL coming into the office on Thursday, and then me and him have between tomorrow, which is Wednesday, I'm filming this on Tuesday, between Wednesday and I want to say Saturday, Friday, we have about 5 or 6 more second round interviews. So we'll have a lot more detail and a lot more clue of the direction of where we're going in terms of the hiring process from there. We have a shitload of interviews over the next like 3-4 days, which is exciting, because, you know, anytime you could add to the team, you're just adding someone that could help elevate your guys' game and help accomplish the dreams that ultimately you're trying to set out and accomplish. So yeah, the team will be slightly growing, and the office is going to run out of space fucking soon, man. We joke about how, if you guys don't follow the Your Idiot League Mates Fantasy League, which I'd imagine a lot of the overlap between that league and the trivia channel is pretty significant, but we do a bozo parlay every weekend. Each person contributes one player from their fantasy team, will score a touchdown from that week, and we put it all into a parlay. We hit, obviously, like, it's a huge payout because you're hitting 12 legs. And the very first week we did it, the payout was like, you put $10 on it. Each week it's $10 for a 12-leg parlay. The very first week, the payout was like $500,000. It was like $500,000 or $400,000 or something like that if we hit it. And we all thought that was like, okay, that's going to be like the norm. But it just turned out that we were like picking a bunch of players that were like plus 400 to score their touchdowns, like Wan'Dale Robinson, et cetera, shit like that. So the money's been significantly down from there. But we were talking about the first week. We're like, okay, if we hit this, originally our plan was like, okay, we'll put it into the pot so first place gets this. But then as soon as we saw what that parlay came out to, we're like, nah, that's way too much fucking money for one schmuck like Casey to come away with that. So we're like, we're just going to put it towards the next office space and make that place a fucking playground. Let's get a fucking pool, a basketball court. Definitely not enough money to actually do any of those things, but, you know, we were dreaming a little bit. And now that the team is growing and Snapback's growing, like, we will need to start thinking about a bigger office space likely for the next one. This is a 2-year lease. We still have plenty of time left. We still have like another year and a couple months. Actually, not that much time left realistically, but yeah, I just thought it was kind of funny. The Bozo Parlay is just a shit show.
I mean, one thing that did happen earlier in the week before the sexy news is we had one of the brands we're talking to. Their company is called Magic Mind, and they sent us like 15 or 18 of these little bottles. They're like energy shots. I actually think they're not energy shots. I think they, like in an email I was talking to the guy, they don't want to be known as like an energy drink brand, but it's this healthy shot that it says on the bottle, sharpens your mind, lowers your stress, calm energy. Joe said, and Nick said that I think they've seen this brand on Joe Rogan. I recorded Nick and Casey trying it this week, and it's supposed to be like fucking amazing for you. It's got lion's mane in this, matcha in this, ashwagandha in this, and I told them if they send it to us, we'll try it out, try it on camera, see, give a raw reaction if it tastes good, tastes bad, and then if we like it, we'll go from there and maybe work with them. So mini shout out to Magic Mind.
Smells fantastic.
We weren't.
It's good. Should I try it? Am I gonna be stoned?
Look, there's 2 missing. One of yours and one that Nick
I have
drank.
a workout today. Am I gonna be stoned?
Yeah, well.
I have a workout tonight.
Oh, this is gonna help.
Right.
This isn't a real shit.
This is incredible. Oh, you just drank the whole thing.
Yeah. That's supposed to be spread out throughout the day.
I'm just curious. No. Don't. I'm curious what you think of the taste. It's 50 milligrams of caffeine. There's nothing in it. It smells really good and then tastes really weird. Yeah. We're doing our first collab with Joe Rogan. Magic Mind. He sent us over a box. It's a mental performance shot, sharper mind, lower stress, calm energy. All things I could use right now. Ingredients are just things you can't pronounce.
Fantasy season got you like.
Fantasy season got me overdosing on Magic Mind. These are like the things that you listen to, like a health podcast, and all the guys are like, this supplement will like fix you right up. You're depressed, you're all this. They just name the shit, and I go on Amazon and just order it. So this has got all of it together. It's got 55 milligrams of caffeine. It smells pretty good, actually. It actually smells like a good shampoo, to be honest.
It's a shot.
Yeah. I don't know what that tasted like.
Drinking shampoo.
This has like 4 different flavor profiles as you're drinking it. It's like the smell is good originally, then it hits your mouth and you're like, what is happening? And then you get like a little bit of sweetness, and then the shampoo comes in at the end.
No, if you drink shampoo though, that's good for your hair follicles.
In fact, I'm just trying to grow that shit out. Taste is kind of funky. We'll see how I feel in about a half hour. We should like cut to me like outside climbing the window or something.
Like, important it is to me for this to be good for my body. Like, I'm anal about what I eat. Like, if this doesn't taste good, that's just gonna be unfortunate. The reaction of Casey and Nick, to be honest, wasn't the best. Okay, so it's sour but kind of good. It tastes a little bit like medicine, if I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Smells really good. Smells clean. Smells healthy. Interesting taste. It tastes a little like medicine. Tastes a little like dirt. Very earthy, for sure.
when I was little, I used to not be able to swallow pills, so they used to like give me liquid medicine, and this is kind of what it tastes like that cherry medicine, you know, as a kid. So this shit better be good for me. It doesn't taste bad, but this is certainly something I wouldn't order like a smoothie of. But like, if this makes my body in tip-top shape, and you know, it's just got like a slightly bitter taste, I could work with it. Like, I wasn't going in hoping it'd be a fantastic taste butter, but a little sharp. I'm gonna send the guy this video, and he's gonna be so mad at the way I'm butchering the ingredients. Lion's mane, bacopa, cognizine, ashwagandha, L-theanine, turmeric, cordyceps, matcha, vitamins B2, B3, B12, C, and D. None of this means anything to me. I'm just assuming it's all super healthy. I think I'm supposed to drink it after, or like on an empty stomach, and I just ate, but hopefully this will continue to still somehow do something to my body. Hopefully it's gluten-free. I just kind of drink that, hoping. You want to try it?
I know what you mean by it tasting like medicine. It tastes like it has like that medicine type of like taste to it. Doesn't taste bad though. Like after that initial taste, the aftertaste is pretty good. It's like kind of like an apple. It's just like an apple medicine taste. I'm also like super fucking like anal about like things I don't know. I'm like, am I gonna get stoned? Am I gonna like high as shit off this all of a sudden? I'm like, yeah, like I'm like, am I starting about to start tripping balls?
Yeah, so I don't know what's gonna come of this brand. We just got in touch with them. They liked us, and I am always just open to trying out. I don't eat anything green. Like I don't eat vegetables. Piece of broccoli's not touching me. So like if this gets any type of veggies in for the day for my diet, that'd be great. Like I eat ground beef, eggs, chicken, rice, fruit. Done. Anything processed. So like if this is super healthy and fits that like base talk, I'm in. I don't know what's gonna come of it. We'll send Magic Mind our raw reactions, me yapping about it, Joe yapping about it, Casey and Nick's reactions, and it's as raw as it gets. All of us had like a at first, but once you actually try it and know what it tastes like, I think I could continue to drink it. I'm sure they also have a shit ton of different flavors. They got like gummies and vitamins and other products.
We're doing a merch shoot for the Smoochies and just the other hoodies. It's like our winter drop for merch. So we're doing the shoot tomorrow on the rooftop. I've seen a lot of comments asking like, when does the actual drop go live? The plan is for us to do the photos tomorrow. Joe will probably edit them over the coming days, you know, whether it's, by the weekend or by the next time he comes in the following Wednesday. And then I will build out the website for it, put the right pictures in place, and then we will probably decide on a hard date for it to go live. So I would say if we're shooting it tomorrow, I would give it a week to get the photos in store, which would be right around Thanksgiving, and then we could launch the following week. So I mean, December 1st is a Sunday, so we probably won't do it on a Sunday, but I would tentatively say expect for a December 2nd launch. And I think because you guys are probably our most passionate fans, in next week's vlog, so make sure you're watching for that, we will do a vlog specific discounted promo code for the merch drop. All right, so I would say between December 1st and the 3rd is probably when the hoodies will go live. We will have a vlog specific promo code discount for you guys for that drop. Software engineering, sexy Pattersteins. What else is going on this week? Nothing really. Gearing up for the holidays. I know Tony will be home next week. J-Mo's leaving Thursday of this week to go down to Florida. So a few people will be taking a few breaks to go visit family. I ain't never do that shit. I'll give my mom a call every 2-3 weeks. Actually kind of funny. You know, I wanted to talk about Joe a little bit because I remember when he first started editing the vlogs for us, he would always remind me, because I would talk in the vlogs about how, I wouldn't talk to my mom on the phone enough. She would call me all the time, but like I'd be busy or whatever. And I'm like, I'll call you back in a couple days. Sometimes I would forget. So I don't talk to my mom often enough. Love my mom. I have a great relationship with her. She lives in Jersey, which is like a 45-minute drive from where we are in the city. So she comes in for dinner, like I would say maybe once a month or something like that. Probably should see her more often. But as you get older, like your parents are just like so unbelievable. I love you, but like, you know what I mean? She still treats me like I'm 8 years old, and it drives me fucking insane. I'm like, Mom, I'm a 45-year-old man. Like I got fucking AARP, I got a fucking mortgage, I got all this shit. You gotta start treating me like I'm a man. Like I'm a man. What the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah, because my family's like very close to New York City, my holiday trips are not very long. Like Thanksgiving Day, like I'm not going home for Thanksgiving Eve. I don't do the whole like high school go out the night before thing anymore. I'll go home for Thanksgiving, go hang out with my family for Thanksgiving Day, have dinner or whatever. And then that night, maybe I'll crash back home. But like there's nothing left at home for me really anymore. There's like a bed. There's like literally a bed there. But I'll probably come back to the city Thanksgiving night. And then for the holidays, I'll go home for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. But that's really the extent. A lot of people in New York, they live all over the place. Like they transplant their lives to New York. So around holidays, the city becomes very empty because most people are going back to their families, where that's not really the case for me. My family's always been in the tri-state area. Like I was born in Brooklyn, down in Coney Island. That's where my family is from. My grandparents were from, born and raised. My mom, born and raised there. So like my family's always been in either New York or New Jersey. So I've never had to travel far from here. Whereas like Tony's California, J-Mo's Florida, Guts Philly. So like when it goes to visiting family, it's more than just like a 40-minute train ride or a 40-minute Uber or something like that. So I'm typically here working. I actually love being in the city when there are holidays. It becomes like really emptied out, and it's kind of nice. So everything's not like crowded and packed all the time. So you can kind of do whatever you want. But yeah, I saw Joe mentioned that it came up on a year. I think it was last vlog or 2 vlogs ago, and he just kept being like, oh, I wanted to get a little more deeper or more vulnerable for him. And that's not really like who Joe is as a person, so I didn't really expect him to get into it. But Joe, I know you're editing this and you'll see this before everybody else, man. It has been such a pleasure to have you on the team, dude. You are so talented, and I appreciate all the work you have done for us. And I think the comments pretty much said anything I could have said to you last time, but I know you don't see yourself as such a big piece of, you know, what BDG is, because it feels like there are a lot of moving parts. Like there's the fantasy side of things and dynasty and trivia and vlogs and betting, and you realistically, you know, you're here to do the vlogs, you're here to do one piece of content. But to me, this is probably one of, if not the most important piece of content that I think we put out on a weekly basis to connect with the people that really want to fuck with us as people. And I think the way that you express yourself creatively through these vlogs and the way that you're able to paint a picture and a story, whatever we're talking about, is truly fucking incredible. And you are so skilled. There are so few people that get as skilled at a particular thing in their life as you are with these. I mean that with all sincerity and 100% truth and honesty, man. I think the way that people succeed in life is becoming great at one thing, and you are spectacular behind the camera. And the way that you, again, express yourself through these videos is like, it's a pleasure to watch. Everybody that's ever been attached to BDGE, Snapback knows it. Like, you are an absolute fucking weapon and a demon when it comes to this kind of stuff, man. And I'm very proud to have you on the team, dude. And I don't think there's anyone, honestly, I would put you bar for bar, click for click, fucking record for record, edit for edit against like anyone in the sports industry, like straight up. And every time you come out with a good video, dude, it's so much fun to watch just to see what you do with them on a weekly basis, man. They never ever disappoint. Even when we give you absolute shit, even when we give you nothing to work with, nothing to talk about, nothing to edit, like this video probably, you do wonders with it, dude. So Joe, you are a huge part of the team. You are a part of our family for sure, dude. I know you're just going to continue getting better and better and better, and hopefully we can make you even more part of the team as the future goes on. And I know we've had these conversations behind the scenes about getting you more involved, and I think that will naturally happen eventually. But just wanted to give you props, man, and praise, because you are very talented. Everyone sees it, everyone knows it, everyone appreciates all the work you do for us, including the people that watch these videos, man. So all love. Smoke cheese.
Sad, it's getting winter vibey, and most people are like, that's the worst time of the year. Nick came in the other day and was like, you're fucked up in the head for liking this kind of weather. And I'm like, I love this kind of weather because I like being sad, and that is why I'm giving you 20 songs. 20, you gotta edit 20 songs. I got 4 different categories of recommendations. If you want more recommendations like this, you can just follow me on Spotify, Guts045, and I have a good amount of playlists on there. I'm also going to probably make a new one, whichever one you guys like the most out of these ones. I couldn't, you know, it's just, you know, you're going to bitch about 20, but I have a lot of different genres of sad in my life, so I got to rip them. Let's fire through these bitches, because I have 5 for each category. There's 4 cats. We have Midwest Emo. That's the first one. That's probably almost my favorite category. A little acoustic vibe, just kind of that sad time of the year. But we got Wooden Home, Never Forever. I think I've already recommended it once. I'm going to recommend it again. Maine by Hey Nothing. Absolutely elite. It's pretty popular, though, so I feel like a lot of you guys might know that. 2 Beers In by Free Throw. Freaking Out on the Interstate. That I feel like everybody knows once you hear it. It's elite if you haven't heard it. One of my favorites. And then Callback by Nothing Nowhere, which I think I also put on this before. That's my favorite song of all time. Yeah, it's actually awesome. Anyway, okay, then the second one's more of a everyone can vibe to it. It's a cozy candle vibe. Like if you light a candle and just it's snowing outside and you're just like, I want to be like sad inside and cold. This is perfect. Turning Page by Sleeping at Last. Cold Winter Love by Alexander Asp, or ASP, however you pronounce that. Regret by Jamie Sloan. Yellow Love by Citizen. Oh, that one's bliss. And Falling For You by Cedar's Mind. I listened to that on repeat for no joke, probably 4 days at one time when I first heard that. So yeah, that one's really good. Falling For You by Cedar's Mind. I absolutely love that one. Now this next one is songs that make you want to walk in traffic. Pretty self-explanatory, but we're gonna roll with it. Where's My Love, specifically the slowed version by SYML, and then Constellations, specifically the slowed version by Jade Lamack. And then The Night We Met, everybody knows that song by Lord. And then Pretending by Charlie is also very elite. No lyrics in the entire song. It's just fantastic. And then Beautiful Boy, which I also have suggested on this before, by Rowan Drake, which is also elite. Now, the last category is more for the people that think they're too hard, but they like rap music. So I give you a sad rap version of this. So for that category, we're going to do Ecstasy by X. Great song. Tattooed Tears by Fora. It's elite. Deeper Than Before, Sorrow. She Was My Universe by Dempsey Rollboy. And How Could You Leave Us by the person I'm wearing his sweatshirt right now, NF. That's the list. That's the list of bangers, of sad bangers. If you want more to music, go check out the Spotify. I just be making rando playlists. And if you guys want specific playlists, you can let me know. I'll make whatever. I listen to so much music at this point in my life where it's just like, whatever you got, I need. Yo, this fucking gnat's got to get the hell out of here. Yeah, so I'm really in that vibe, that time. I love that kind of music. People are always like, why the fuck do you like it? I don't know. I just do. So if you like it, I hope you can find at least one of those songs cool. If you hate all of those songs, it doesn't fucking matter. You can never listen to them ever in your life. And the world will still go around. So that's really all I got for today. Yard.